been a while since I talked about a great bad movie, and I found plenty of examples in my YouTube recommendations as I was just watching other movies. I have several to talk about with you guys, but today I have chosen Deathstalker II, Duel of the Titans, which is an odd title as there are no dueling of any titans at all in this film. Yes, Deathstalker is a movie series, 4 in total. The first one is your standard Conan knockoff produced by Roger Corman, who, to my knowledge, produced all the Deathstalker films. It's dark, gruesome, nonsensical, and very rapey. It has its fans, but I'm not one of them. Deathstalker and the Warriors from Hell is good to laugh at, especially the Mystery Science Theater version.
He's Batman.
You would tell me if I looked silly in this, wouldn't you?
I suppose you can watch it on its own if you remember the jokes, but I can't.
Killed Whoa, he set that thing for pheasants. That was luck.
And I've never seen the fourth one. But Deathstalker 2 is in a league of its own. It's just a good, fun sword and sorcery comedy. It's cheesy, but you're never laughing at it. Well, okay, that's not quite true. Sometimes you are. But whereas the others were either kinda dull or just plain unpleasant on their own, Deathstalker 2 is nothing like the other two. Deathstalker 2 was directed by Jim Wynorski, who is a very prolific B-movie exploitation filmmaker. And boy, do I mean prolific. Just look at all these movies. The ones that I've personally seen so far are Sorority House Massacre 2, which is really quite bad, but if you're in the mood for titties, bloody murders, and terrible acting...
I think we really feel a lot safer when we're a million miles from this place. I agree with Linda, and we've got to tell the police. Oh my god, our clothes, they're still upstairs!
Then that movie is your one-stop place. There's also Demolition High, which is a bottom-of-the-barrel Die Hard knockoff with Corey Haim and Alan Thicke. There's Chopping Mall, which is also a lot of fun, but I always found the title a bit misleading. No one really gets chopped up in that one. It's mostly robots chasing horny adults around in a mall and shooting lasers at them. Yeah, mall security bots come equipped with lasers apparently. Well, the movie does feature this. That is cool. And finally, we have The Lost Empire, which is, well... It was Wynorski's directorial debut and was originally only made as a tax write-off, but the financier liked the end product, released it, and it made money. I can think of 2 reasons why. Okay, I take that back. I can think of 6 reasons why. Anyway, on to today's topic, Deathstalker 2. Our titular hero is played by John Turleski, who was also in Chopping Mall, taking over the role from Rick Hill. Deathstalker is drawn into a web of intrigue as a pretty seer named Rena, played by Monique Gabrielle, is seeking his help to reclaim her kingdom.
Oh, big trouble. A matter of life or death. The princess is being imprisoned by Jarak, an evil sorcerer.
Are there any other kind?
Oh, it's a long and perilous journey.
Oh, figures.
Many dangers. Witches, dragons, ogres.
Must cut down on the tourist trade. And this is gonna get me into the legends.
Right up there with Conan.
She's actually a princess, as in she's actually the princess that she claims is in danger. But the evil sorcerer Jarak has put a double on the throne and is ruling the land as a shadow ruler.
I created you from the original soul of the princess, an exact duplicate in all respects. If she dies, you die. But once I've made a few minor adjustments in the formula, I can duplicate anyone, then eliminate the original.
Deathstalker must team up with Rena, or Princess Evie, rather, to reclaim her throne. And that's pretty much it story-wise. The rest of the movie is a series of humorous episodes where Deathstalker and Rena avoid bounty hunters.
Throw your sword down, or I'll cut her pretty little throat.
Go ahead. Cut it.
You rat! You were gonna let him kill me!
Now would I do a thing like that? Come on, let's go find that horse and get the hell out of here.
Encountering zombies in a graveyard, Wait, why did they stop there?
I still don't understand why you want to break in there.
Because we're broke, that's why.
Okay. And Deathstalker has to avoid a trap reminiscent of a much better movie set by Jarak. Yeah, zombies make their way into this movie, long before they are as played out as they are today. You also have Amazons wanting to punish Deathstalker for being a womanizer in an incredibly anachronistic battle to the death.
That's a nice outfit. Do you have to buy your clothes at a special store?
An opportunity for Deathstalker to fool around with the clone because boobs. And the final battle to save the day. All of that and more makes for a very breezy 77 minutes. The original screenplay was much darker and a Conan knockoff, but Wynorski and others reworked it as Wynorski found it terrible, and honestly, I thought reworking it was the right call. For my money, John Turleski is the best Deathstalker, as he's a good mixture of roguish, if occasionally doofy charm, with some elements of badassery sprinkled in, played by an actor who's just wanting to have fun.
You picked the wrong town to stop in, stranger. You know who we are?
The village idiot and the 2 runners-up.
opinion, Rick Hill in the first movie was boring. He also reprises his role in the fourth film, and doubt he's any more entertaining in that. And John Allen Nelson's turn in Deathstalker 3 had its moments, but he seems to be more like the kid who's just trying too hard to be cool.
But here I go again, riding hundreds of miles, fighting whole armies, up against magic, maybe. In the end, all I'll get is flowers on my head and everyone telling me how wonderful I am.
Shut up!
Playing against Terleski is, Monique Gabrielle, who... Look, there's no sugarcoating it, she's absolutely terrible in this movie. She plays the part of both Rena and the clone, and she's bad as both.
He's laughing at you. Come and get me, Deathstalker, if you dare.
Want her here and I want her here now! What in the hell is she?
Hey, darling. Jarek.
I hate her! I hate her! I hate her! Why haven't you found her yet?
I honestly can't tell if her performance is somebody who just says, who gives a crap, let's have fun, or if she's actually trying. Some of her line deliveries are so bad that, it actually kind of works for the movie this is.
It's happening again!
What's the matter?
Nothing. I just think there's a time and a place for everything.
Well, the top half of you may think it's the wrong time, but the bottom half definitely knows it's the right place.
Between the two, you have an oddly likable duo. And of course, she's willing to do nudity because you can't have a sword and sorcery film in the 80s without it. Unless you're Legend, Conan the Destroyer, Beastmaster, and some others. Oh, have I mentioned yet that this movie doesn't take itself in any way seriously? This movie's tongue is so firmly planted in its cheek that it's impossible not to get swept up in the fun. It has a ton of stupid gags in it, like the lineup of bounty hunters all hired to go after Deathstalker, all looking fearsome until you get to the end. This looks like something out of Police Squad.
Get me Pete Prusing at Homicide. Tell him I want to meet him and a few of his men down at the Acme Credit Union.
Right away, sir.
You have a battle to the death with the Amazons, which just doesn't look like it belongs here. One of my favorite moments is when Deathstalker gets a bit weirded out by the Amazon Queen right here.
Our lovemaking tonight may spawn generations of leaders to come. The passion in our hearts will burn like a great central fire, melding our souls into a whirlpool of unending ecstasy.
Sounds good to me.
Again, it just shows that John Terleski's having fun with this role. And as for the action in this movie, well, given its low budget, this is a Roger Corman production after all, what you see here is about as good as you're gonna get. Let's talk about the villains for a second. They're not that intimidating. Well, okay, I guess Jarek, played by John Lazar, is somewhat more intimidating than Truck Sardis from Deathstalker and the Warriors from Hell.
This has nothing to do with being rich.
I put the beats in my own script and I'm sticking with them.
You, the leader of 1,000 men. And you, who could hurl boulders off the mountaintops.
And you, who could open beer with your teeth.
Yeah, I know, that's not saying much, but at least Jarek could pass more believably as an evil sorcerer.
Deathstalker. You needn't come through the servants' entrance. I would have welcomed you through the front gates.
Still ready for that demonstration?
Spoken like a true gallant.
And soon to be a legend.
But not a living one.
Whereas Truck Sardis, well...
I am going to put you in fur.
There's a third storm!
And I'm passing it!
And I suppose Jarek and Deathstalker's fight is a titular Duel of the Titans, but as it stands, it looks like two chums fighting with fake swords in a stage play. You also have Zoltana, played by Tony Naples from Sorority House Massacre 2 and Dinosaur Island, that Wynorski directed with Fred Olen Ray. That movie's really stupid, by the way.
Maybe they can save us from the Great One.
Jackie Gleason?
Anyway, she seems like someone who could be a real threat to Deathstalker throughout his adventure, especially since he stole from her at the beginning. But at the end, she just says, "The hell with this," and just leaves. That's literally because she had another film to do, and filming was running late, and they had to write her out of the film. If this was a movie that actually tried to be serious, that would be a problem, but not here. And as you'd expect, the movie ends happily and all that other crap. That makes me kind of sad, because we don't get this.
Make sure you grip the foil good. And poke her with a fork so she doesn't explode.
Yes, this movie makes no sense, and it's not trying to. I believe it was filmed in something like 20 days, and it shows, but for a low-budget film that only wants to deliver fun, it delivers the goods. Heck, it even delivers a blooper reel running through the entirety of the end credits.
Don't you think I look like a princess?
You dress like a princess.
I hate these friggin' stairs. Excuse me.
Deathstalker is a series that has its fans, although I don't think there are many of them, and this is considered the black sheep of the bunch. No, this is the best one. It's just a heck of a lot of fun. It's crap, but it's awesome crap. Check it out.